Welcome to the channel and our raid free to play, or raid Shadow Legends free to play playthrough. I really just want to show the progress we've had on this account in like 2 days because it's the hands down most epic start I've ever had at a raid account. I wanted to start yesterday, had some technical issues. That's why this is going on. That's a whole long story that's not worth it. Anyways, this is day 2 on the account. I know this says day 3 right up here, but what it was, I started like an hour before reset. So then you had that hour time frame, and then day 2 started as far as this stuff goes, and then you go 24 hours. We started day 3, and we're about 8 or 9 hours into that. It's midnight my time. So that's about where we're at with that. So it is 2 days in, but it's not 3. But even if you want to call it 3, the progress is I honestly feels pretty amazing here. So that's where that's all at. This what made this account so amazing is I was using a promo link that was from a guy's name. I think his name was Vulcan. I'll try to link his channel down below if I can remember. And he kind of set the record. Everybody's kind of saying he set the record for unlocking Arbiter the fastest, right? And you can see, so he has a download code that he kind of set up, or he worked with somebody, whatever. However that all works out, I don't know. Way above my pay grade. His code was designed specifically to try to like speed through the Arbiter missions. He was able to get Arbiter in 30 days with just one of the other common codes going around. He set this one up to try to get us Arbiter in a short period of time. And I just wanted to pick it up because I kind of was thinking that, yeah, it was a nice like progression code as it was. And as you can see, I'm already pretty far into the Arbiter missions. As far as day 2 goes, I'm going to finish this off today because everything's still open. Let me see here. We haven't unlocked anything. I did go through here, show you my champions real fast. Now, the code, first I got to stop. I've pulled 1 shard on this account and managed to get Geomancer. That is part of the most epic start ever. I'm going to say it. That is amazing. It's literally the first one that I've pulled. I did pull that hymn from a Sacred Shard. I do have these Ancient Shards. I have these 12 Ancient Shards that I want to pull. So we'll pull these 12 Ancient Shards. But everybody else on the account was just pulled through Mystery Shards that I've been pulling just as it came to help me progress and to do things. But let's go back to the champions here. So the code that he has, or that I was using from him, and again, I'll try to link that down. Not the code, but I'll try to link his channel down below. You start with Mausoleum Mage. Great hero. He's an amazing cleanser, right? And early on, the cleansing's really useful. So we grabbed him as the cleanser. Once you progress a little bit, you get Tagore. I'm not going to go over their kits but it's Tagore. Like, hands down the best epic, AoE reviver, amazing healer. He's literally an account carrier this early on. I think almost every one of the free codes that you can get from the content creators out there has him going on right now. So definitely would grab him if you're starting a new account with whatever code you use. But this code I'm really liking. Like I said, we have a cleanser we start out with, get to Gore, and then once you've leveled up a little bit, you do grab Fane. I think you get her at level 20, if I'm not mistaken. Get her pretty early on. Again, an amazing hero. Maybe one of the better early game damage dealers for bosses, paired with Geomancer, because I'm super lucky. That's what's making this account epic. Anyways, grab Fane. I went with a different starting champion. So I went with Ethel as my starting champion instead of Kel. And it's mostly because I knew I was going to be getting Fane as a poisoner. And I wasn't just not that worried about being able to apply the poisons. And Kane's great hero. He's a good campaign farmer, all those things. But Ethel brings a weekend. And I like having that weekend. I'm going to be able to fill the other holes with just everything else that's going on. I mean, honestly, I've had pretty good luck just making Shield Guard a campaign farmer. I'm not really worried about hitting that 8-10 seconds early on, or whatever, 12-second campaign farmer. I'm okay if it takes 20 seconds to begin with. So I'm just going to build up a Shield Guard. And as you can see, I've already kind of started combining him. He's got some skills going on. And then I did take my armager up, and I did give him some uh, whatever. Uh, oh man, the word's escaping me. These things, what are they called? Why am I having this moment? Anyways, because it's easier to do it to an uncommon champion cheaper. So I did take him up, and then I, of course, used the Supreme 6 code to get Supreme Gallic. I was really wanting to use Monkey King, but Supreme Gallic, again, is this pretty strong campaign farmer, and I really like him as a debuffer. I know early game like this, like first day or two, he's kind of an amazing DPS, just like raw nuker. But as you progress and stuff, he just kind of still holds his own going on into later stages of the game as a debuffer. So it's great. And then the third person that you get with this code is actually going to be Deacon. So I haven't unlocked it yet. So the fourth person that you get with that code is Deacon. Again, amazing for clan boss. So pretty good start. I thought it was unique enough that I wanted to give it a new go. And I don't know, whatever. That's where we're at. We bounce over here and we go look at the clan boss. Check out Demon Lord. We did, where are we at? So we did three, we sing one keyed, easy. I think, yeah. And we did 2 key this, but we actually, the first key, so yeah, it was 2 keys, but the first key did get us, well into the adept chest. So those are pretty good chests, and that was, both of those keys were before I pulled the both the really good keys were before I pulled Geomancer. So a great progress there. When we go down here and look at, the missions. So the guy that set this up, Vulcan, when he set this up, he actually set it up so that he's the guy that has like a 30-day Arbiter unlock. Like, literally go and check out his channel, 30-day Arbiter unlock. So he set up this code, and it was like, oh, hey, I'm going to give you guys a chance. And he kind of did it because he pulled Newt early on, and he was wanting to just give us code, or wanted to redo it using a non-Newt, so he didn't catch the slack from, the comment section about using Newt. Yeah, look, I'm already making huge progress in this. I will knock out a lot of this in the next 24 hours as I play, because I have a ton of energy to spend. As you can see here, I still have a ton of the beginning energy that you have here, that you get to begin with. And I haven't used any of these Call of the Arbiter. I haven't used any of these yet. So I still have all of these energies here. And I think that's 1,000 energy right there. So I still have a ton of energy to progress as we go through. And then if I go in here and we kind of just pop into the dungeons really fast, I'm not going to go through them all, but I've made it pretty decent for day one. I've made it a pretty decent amount. I actually haven't stopped leveling here. I've made it pretty far into these missions for day one. I feel like it's pretty far. It's definitely as farthest I've made it personally into a lot of these. So on day one, right? And then Minotaur, you can see here, we're already down to 11. You can see I still have 1,000 gems. I did buy the masteries. Did I did it for Aethel? Yeah, so I did buy them for Aethel. I kind of screwed up there. I probably should have got them for Tagore or Gaelic. But I didn't. So that is what that is. I have maxed all these guys. I'm going to go ahead and unlock this real fast because we're here. I have maxed all of these levels, but I haven't really ascended them yet, with the exception of Armager, because, again, I was doing that for missions, for progress in the missions. And then, of course, Aethel, because they give you the stuff in that beginner pass to knock that stuff out. So I haven't really done a lot with that. And the reason I haven't done a lot of that is that we have... I believe maybe it's a tournament coming up. There's a champion training event coming up of some sort. I'm not going for anything else on this. Oh my goodness, it's not going to be unlocked on this account. Well, that's all silly. Anyways, you can see the points that we have going on in the beginner tournament here. Ah, I totally forgot that I wouldn't have that tournament available. Totally forgot about that. Oh well, not a big deal. So I haven't really leveled anybody up, and the only shard, like I said, that I've pulled is one sacred shard. I literally just pulled one sacred shard. I did record it, but part of the difficulties I had, the reason I couldn't post this yesterday, is it locked. I lost everything in my footage and stuff. I didn't capture any audio, and it wasn't, my picture wasn't working. It was, you know, not 18 nightmare. It was 100% in some way. I'm not sure what way yet was operator failure, but I do that. So, anyways, I do want to pull these 12. I want to pull these 12 shards really fast. And the only reason why is I would really like to have the Fat Man. I have him on my main account. He single-handedly, I think, added like almost doubled my damage on my early Demon Lord. Maybe not quite, but it was close. I love him to death. He might be my favorite epic. We'll see how I get along with Geomancer this early on. My other account, I pulled him way later, like a year or two into playing, so it wasn't quite as juicy, and as a pull as literally the first epic I pulled on that. So I'm gonna pull these really fast, and then I did go with Cheshire Cat. I really am debating between him and Monkey King, but I feel like I'm gonna find more use for Cheshire Cat in more areas. I'm not real positive. I honestly don't have experience with him, and that's another reason I kind of want him, is because I don't have a lot of experience with him, and I think it'll be fun to really see what I can do with him. But let's be realistic. Even with the Ancient Shard, the reason I pulled the Ancient Shard is I had like 20 minutes, 30 minutes left on a 2x. Is like you get like a 24-hour beginner 2x. So I only opened that Ancient Shard that Sacred. I only opened that Sacred because I was on a 2x. I don't really want to open these on a 2x, but since the hero that I'm wanting, or the champion I'm wanting, is an epic, it kind of makes it to where I might as well go ahead and pull and see if I can pull the epic I want. Plus, this account, any account, can benefit from some legendaries. I'm not going to pull my void shards until I have a 2x going on. The two of them's not going to make a difference either way, but I'll make back these 12 before anything big really comes up that I'm going to chase on this new of an account. So I'm going to go ahead and pull these 12 really fast and just see there we go, right off the bat. Nice. 2. Wow, that's kind of nice. I mean, kind of both junk. Well, Warden might not be. I honestly don't know with Warden. I've never used Warden. 15% weaken. I already kind of pulled that by my starting hero. Increase defense, decrease attack. I have that coming in elsewhere from champions that I really like. Now I do really like this. I might have to look up into him and see what he can do. That's not a bad skill there. I don't know anything about him. I have pulled him, but I just haven't ever built him or anything, so I don't know about him. Chani is just not. She's so super underwhelming. I like everything about her. Now she does bring poison sensitivity, which is a great skill, especially for words. Demon Lord, right? You drop some poison sensitivity in there. I just don't know if I'm gonna have room for her on my Demon Lord account. So maybe I'm sleeping on this. Maybe this is a better hero, especially since I just pulled her, day 3 or day 2 or whatever of the account. So maybe that's going to be more useful. And then the hit points, or the burn. I actually don't want another burner on my team because I have a Geomancer on the account, and you kind of want to have him as the only burner, and then if I wasn't going to use him as my burner, I have Supreme Gaelic. So I don't really need a burner on this account. And then the duration of all buffs, I do always need that. That always works. But is that worth bringing her all the way into this? It is on a 4 turn. I don't know. We'll see. The poison sensitivity, I think if I can squeeze that into a team, it makes sense. But it's only in bosses that I can squeeze that in and make sense. So, yeah, I kind of wish that was Fat Man. One of those was Fat Man. But it is what it is. Let's pull our last 2 here. We are at 25x now. Does that really make a difference? I mean, I don't know that it does. If I was going for legendaries, I wouldn't be doing it based on a progressive. Gator, junk, food, whatever you want to call it. Another rare here. Death Chanter is weird. It's not a good hero, but I've had some decent luck with him early on because of his heal reduction. Okay. So, pulled those. That's where the new count is. I'm going to try to link this down below. There'll be more content to come on this. Like I said, we're at this point. It's 1 in the morning. I said midnight. It's 1 in the morning my time. I just threw this together because I'd been putting it off for too long and kept missing. Nothing kept coming together. So, that's where we're at on that account. And I did want to get those shards pulled while the progressive was active because I really wanted to see if I could pull Fat Man. But, it is what it is. I did get that a little bit more progress in the summon rush, which I didn't really care about, but there's only a couple hours left at the summon rush anyways. I might see if I can pull enough now. Let me see how much more I need to get before I get it. I need 100 more points. I might try to pull 100 more shards if I can. I'm not going to be able to mystery shards, and I just don't want to pull an epic for that. Mostly because, I mean, I would love to have, him, but I just, it's not going to happen, right? Like that's the whole thing of it. It's not going to happen because since it's a brand new account, I don't even think I'll end up pulling an epic. So that's where we're at, and of course, you just never get. It is so hard to pull legendaries on these progressives. It's not even worth it. As far as progressives go, if you have tons of shard and you just want to do it anyways. So that's where we're at on the new account. Yeah, I'll put more stuff out. I know this wasn't the best video in the world, but that's kind of a status update. Starting point. That's the starting point on that. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep just really trying to push these Arbiter missions, which is kind of how I've been going along at the beginning. That's kind of what I went into this to do, is kind of do along with what Vulcan was doing on his account. Just on the side. But we'll see. We'll all this. Yeah, I don't know how hard I want to push on all these things. I'm going to try to push as far as I can while everything's still open. The first 7 days or whatever that everything is open. I think, let me see how much more time. Yeah, so I have 5 more days on all of these remaining open before you have to wait for them. So I might push on these a little bit. I'd really like to try to get up to 40. Is it 4? It might be 45, honestly, for this code. I really like to push up to 45. That just doesn't happen fast. Once you hit level 30, the progress of levels slows down tremendously. So that's probably a week out or so. Yeah. Anyways, that's the account. That's the update. I hope you're doing well, and I'll see you next time.